Hello, everyone. Glad that y'all can tune in. Glad that everybody's in good health. Today was a hot one, so I'm glad that I'm in a house. Yes, it's very hot outside. Quick announcement for anybody who is in the Baltimore area and is looking for their GED or is looking for their high school diploma. Contact ace.barbertalk@gmail.com and I'll be able to direct you in the right direction to start the ball rolling for you to achieve your GED. And believe me, it would be hard. It's hard work. You gotta put the work in, and within minimal time, you'll be able to achieve your GED high school diploma, and you'll be walking across the stage if you choose to get your high school diploma. Doesn't matter your age, long as you are, basically out of high school or dropped out of high school. Okay. So I would like to thank all of those Netherlands, those who are watching in from the Netherlands. Thank those who are watching in from the United Kingdom. God bless to all of you people. Thank you for watching in. Thank you for subscribing to Ace's Corner Talk. Hi, everyone. I'm Ace. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. We got something good tonight. Thank you. Thank you for all of those who are tuning in. We definitely got something good tonight. Let me get my stuff together here. Okay, there we go. Chat is open. So anybody wish to chat, want to say what's up, Ace, so I can respond what's up, family, to you guys. Chat is open so we can be able to converse. This is going to be a decent dialogue tonight. Hope everyone is in good health. I mean, most of all, when we are in good health and we are chatting, we know we're in the land of the living, man. Baltimore is off the wire. I mean, people are dying left and right. They're getting murdered and killed. 8 people, I think, between 6 or 8 people yesterday. 1-2 females within this week. Just people dying all over the place. And it makes me sick. And I pray that everyone is in good health and everyone is out of harm's way. So if you're watching in, then I know you're in good health. So peace to everybody that's watching in. The title, Secrets in the Black Family. Wow. We're going deep on this one, all right? So you might not get a whole lot of joking and playing out of me today because we got to dig deep. And we're going to hit some sensitive areas. And hopefully this will be able to open up some eyes and allow some healing to some people that are out there. If you can hear me well, somebody get in the chat and press 1 or put yes, I can hear you. Because I want to make sure that my audio is clear enough that everybody can understand what I'm saying. And some of the times I get mush mouth when I'm tired, so I'm trying to speak as clearly as I can so you can understand me, all right? So if anybody is watching in the chat, can you please just put yes, I can hear you, 1, whatever. Hello, Relan, how are you doing? Anybody? Can you hear me clearly? Before I get started, because I want to make sure everything good. Okay, excellent. All right. Secrets in the Black family. As we know, there's secrets in every single family that is on the face of this earth. Shots fired. What's good, family? What's up? Muhammad, what's going on? There's secrets in everybody's family. There is secrets that people take to their grave. And with that being said, the secrets that people take to their grave, it leaves those who are still in the living holding those secrets. All right, good. So now I know that y'all can hear me. Let me repeat that again. When somebody takes a secret to their grave, not only are they taking that secret to their grave, there is other people that might know that secret that may be still in the land of the living. And with that being said, that secret haunts them also. I want to bring up the first secret that we deal with in the Black community and within our Black family structure. And I'm going to go through a series of different secrets, and I'm going to attempt to my best of my ability to dissect this and to be able to dialogue and be able to get this over, because the secrets that the Black family holds, they're very deep secrets. And there are people that are suffering right now because of the secrets that our families hold, and the secrets that is hard for people to try to talk about. So they hold it in. And in withholding it in, it's something that it's with them every single day. So the first thing I want to talk about is molestation, right? From generation to generation, and even streams from slavery. Let me add that in there. From generation to generation, the molestation continues to fester through our family. And that's one of the biggest family secrets that there is. Because our families, and what happens is when you have that, nobody wants to talk about that because it's such a touchy situation and a topic that people cannot and do not talk about it, right? So, and I want to say that this had streamed back from slavery days, where the master would make the mother and the son sleep together, or make the father and the daughter sleep together. And that was to break the family. That was to break the father, or to break the mother, or to put fear into the family. And you can trace this back to the slavery days when this was taking place. And it could even go further than that. But I did wanted to mention that because we gotta have some point of reference of where this could have originated from and where it could have started. So I've traced back to the slavery days. As far as my knowledge and as far as what I've read, this is where some of this took place. Now, people have it embedded in them and embedded in their mind, and that this exists in them. So the molestation exists in them. It's embedded in their mind. They go to bed with it. They'll wake up with it. They'll wake up with the pain. Those who have been victims and those who are the victors, right? So anybody that's a victim, their everyday life is a struggle. Their everyday life is centered around them being victimized at a period in time where they probably could have not defended themselves, or a period of time where they was vulnerable and didn't have any voice or anybody to stop what was happening to them. So now they're victims in the situation of molestation, right? Then you got those who are the victors, those who are the ones doing the victimizing to the person, those who have that in them to do that to somebody, to molest somebody, those who have that in them to, what's up, baby? Suicide 29 in the building. Peace. What's up? That's what's up, family. Good to see you. So those who are doing the victimizing, they have that in them to be able to take out that hideous and horrendous act against somebody. So with that being said, you got two things playing. You got the victim and the victor. Now, I'm gonna say this. They both deal with serious situations, because somebody that is the victor could have been victimized and turned into the victim, and you got the victim, right? So you're dealing with two aspects of the same situation. Now, anytime you see somebody that is dealing with that and is exhibiting that type of behavior, it had to stream from somewhere. It just didn't come out of thin air. If they're dealing with this, 9 times out of 10, something happened to them, right? 9 times out of 10, somebody did the victimizing to them and thus repeated a cycle, right? So this is serious when you look at this, because this is what we deal with today in our families. And there's people that took secrets to the grave. And there's people that are walking around holding other people's secrets and holding things that happened to them. And this is very important why I brought this point up. First of all, it's because of our babies and our children. When we have our babies and our children out there that we have to be guardians and protective over, we have the responsibility of making sure that this does not happen to them, because it's in our families. Don't say, no, it ain't in my family. Let me tell you something. Yes, it is. It is. You might not want to admit it. You might not want to shed light on it, but it's in your family because it's generational. That thing goes from one end to the other end, and it does not exempt anybody's family because it's in there. And I'm only speaking about the black race. I can't speak about other races because I don't know. I'm not of another race. I'm black. So I don't know about Caucasians. I don't know about Indians. I don't know about Jews. I don't know. So I really can't speak on them, but I am talking about the black family. So it exists in our family. It exists in all of our families. And whether we face up to it, whether we acknowledge it, it is prevalent in our families, and it runs in the blood of our family members. So we hold those secrets and we hold those things on the inside, right? There's people that are living right now with the shame of what somebody else did to them when they was in their innocence and could not defend for themselves. And let me tell you something. This topic hits me deeply because I have kids and I have my grandson, my daughter, you understand? And these things right here, they're dear to me because I want to be the protector over them. I don't want anything to happen to them, and I don't want them to be in a vulnerable position. So I'm so protective over my kids because I know once they're in that position, and if I'm not around to be that protector, that can potentially happen to them. They can potentially be molested, right? Cousin so-and-so, he hitting the bottle too much. Aunt so-and-so, hitting the pipe too much. Vice versa. You take whichever narrative you want. But I'm using that because it brings me to this next point. People are victims in a situation, so they don't know how to deal with it, and then they turn to drugs, okay? Or they turn to drinking. They become alcoholics. They try to drink away that pain, or they try to use drugs to get rid of that pain. And don't think that it doesn't follow them. Don't think that that situation does not ail them on a day-to-day basis. Because what happens is it doesn't only affect them on their day-to-day journey, it affects their relationships and how they deal with other people, okay? They might deal with it in a way where they're not, if they get a companion, they're not able to be functionable with another person. They're not able to be functionable when it comes to sex, okay? Or when it comes to being intimate or having a decent relationship when it comes to love, displaying love, showing affection. Doesn't always have to be sex, but when it comes to having that bond or having the emotional bond with other human beings, they cannot display that because of the molestation and the things that they went through. So they exhibit behaviors of a person that is ill in the mind. So we see somebody that's on drugs and we say, well, that person's on drugs. Look at him. He need to get himself together. But we never think behind the surface of what is taking place. We never think that that person could have been molested. We never think that that person could have been violated, and he's dealing with the ills in his mind. And Rella Ann says also broken trust. It's hard to trust people. Hard to trust people with our life because the violation has taken place. Okay? And suicide says, and males. Now think about it. When males deal with it, we get defensive, right? Excuse me, y'all. When males deal with it, we get defensive. We withdraw from all reality. Okay? We withdraw from all logical thoughts and anything practical. We withdraw from that because when it hits a man's platform, when it hits him as a being, it hits deep. You know what I'm saying? And even females, I'm gonna go to the female aspect of it, but I'm speaking from a male point of view. It hits us deep. It gets to the psyche of our manhood. Because if we're not of another persuasion, if we're not gay, or if we don't practice any homosexual behaviors, it'll mess with our psyche because we know we're not that. You know we don't do those things. We know we're not we know our morals are better than that. You see what I'm saying? So we do things and we carry the behavior out because we know deep in our mind this type of behavior happened to us. So you got to look behind the surface. Not every single problem that you see out here in society is because of stress or is because of ills of life. You understand? But it could be deeper things behind why people do what they do. And it just have not been brought to the surface. It just have not been brought to a platform. Because with men, we can't speak about this type of stuff because of the ridicule and the backlash that we'll get from other people that may not have experienced this. Because people sometimes, what happens is they'll take a careless and a callous position and they begin to judge when they don't understand all of the facts that are involved, and they may not understand what your day-to-day life is with having this occur to you. So people don't have sympathy and may not know how to sympathize with you if this happened to you. So we deal with this and we hold it in and we suffer. Y'all gotta excuse me, I ain't feeling too well. I'm just not feeling real good, all right? So I'm struggling trying to convey this over, all right? So we deal with this and we suffer through this, okay? I'm not feeling well. I apologize, everybody. So we go through that particular behavior, and people start to ill, and they find in themselves that they're struggling, trying to fight, and they're struggling, trying to get over that particular behavior that happened to them. This is where I need my people to take over for me, man. I don't want to cut this broadcast short because I'm definitely not feeling well. I don't know what's going on. I've been in the heat all day and I'm just not feeling well. Check this out. I got, and also when it's on my mind, I gotta set moderators for this page too. And I got everybody in mind. All of those who be on here every day, believe me, shots fired, Zeus is flippy, suicide, all y'all, Rella Ann, y'all are my moderators, and I'll get y'all set up, all right? I might not do it today, but I will get y'all set up, all right? So, even when people try to prevent these particular behaviors from happening, it still happens in our family. As much as we try to fight it, as much as we try to be the protector over everything, it still happens in our family. It still happens to the point where if we do find out about it, we blame ourselves because we feel like we have not been the protector or have not put ourselves in the position to protect. Okay, so we relish and we go through the whole mind-boggling and mindset of what we are faced with. Now, my next secret that streams from the molestation is people that are on the down low, right? Down low brothers and sisters, those who are confused about their sexuality, those who are confused about whether they want it to be of a particular gender, okay? All of this, whether you believe what I'm saying or whether you agree with what I'm saying, all of this streams from molestation. And you can argue that fact. I like when you argue with me to a certain degree, as long as you don't get disrespectful. I don't mind that you disagree with me because you can. Some people say, well, I was born this way. Some people say I came out this way. Well, me, I take a different standpoint, and I beg to differ with that particular statement. I was born this way, and I came out the womb like this. I just do not believe it. I believe that there had to have been something happen to you in order for you to have those mixed views in those mixed situations. Because 9 times out of 10, not those people that I have heard talk about their sexuality before they fully subscribe to being one gender or the other, they have talked about being confused about whether they are or not. That's just what I've heard, okay? That's just what I've heard. I'm not going to argue that fact because there's plenty of people and plenty of different TV shows that had it on there, different things where you've heard this. So I know for a fact that people talk about that, okay? When people are on the down low, they're having an identity crisis. And it streams from molestation. And these are secrets that the black family hold. Okay, you're scared to come out to your mother because you don't want her to know. You're scared to come out to your mother to tell her that you for another man, right? So you hold the feelings in because you don't want her to know that you was molested when you was in, you know, in your adolescent years. So you scared to tell her that cousin so-and-so molested you, and you scared to tell her that brother so-and-so touched you. So you hold those feelings in, and you try to live a normal life, but now have occurred feelings for the same gender. Okay? These are secrets that the family hold. And I know it's true, and I know it happens. All right? I know it is. You can disagree. You can do whatever you want to with that statement. But I know it's true. So I'm speaking from truth, all right? You can sit here and guess whether it happened to me or not, but I know it's true. Having an identity crisis and possessing and holding in what has been done to you. So you have to try to find courage to mount up, to confess either you're this way or confess what happened to you. All right, so pardon me again, everybody. I said I wasn't feeling well. So if you see me struggling, don't contribute it to anything but me just not feeling well, all right? I don't use drugs, I ain't on crack, and I don't do dope, none of that stuff. So if you see me struggling in my oratory, me trying to convey what I'm saying, I'm not feeling well, all right? But I'm going to push through this because we need this. We all need this, all right? So that's what I'm doing, pushing through it, all right? So I'm not going to be on here long. I'm going to try to, I know it's going to be a part 2 because there's so much in this particular topic and situation, right? So I'm just going to push through it. So we have the identity crisis, and we deal with that, and we try to bring about a normal life. We try to live, and we try to move along with a normal life, knowing what has taken place. In the family, there's deep, dark secrets that have been buried in the grave. And now, depending on where people are in their life, they're dealing with it, and they're struggling with it, and they don't know how to deal with it. There's people that haven't went to no psychiatrist. There's people that have tried to seek professional help and didn't get no resolution in it. Okay? There's people that have tried to try to do it on their own means. They tried to drink it away. They tried to dope it away, and it does not go anywhere. They tried to do it, and they tried to get rid of what happened to them. So they're fighting, and they're dealing, and they're battling with the things that happened to them. They try to self-medicate themselves, which brings me to my next point. The molestation. The secrets that have people took to their grave. People have been molested, and they have streamed in their family, been hidden, and even if somebody knows about it, that's something that is not going to be talked about in your family, because may it be somebody who was the head of the family. Maybe it was the father, or maybe it was the mother, maybe it was the brother, or whoever. Hey, man, what is going on, brother? Thank you, babe. Come in. All right. Say hey to everybody.
Hey.
This is my main man. Say what's up.
What's up?
Okay. Say hey, everybody in the chat.
Hey.
Say hey, everybody in the chat.
Hey.
Say hey, Rella Ann.
Hey.
Say hey, shots fired.
Hey, shots fired.
Look in the screen. Say hey, shots. Say hey, Suicide 29.
Hey, Suicide 29.
Suicide 29.
Suicide 29.
That's what's up. And who else is in here? Okay. Say what's up, Muhammad.
What's up, Muhammad?
All right. Shots fired said, what's up, little brother? Put a peace sign up. I'm going to let you go, all right? Put a peace sign up. That ain't a peace sign. This is your peace sign. Like that, bro. Go ahead. Like that. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that water, all right? Okay. Thank you, everybody. He brought me a water, man. My son is something else. Whew. I needed that, man. That's why I'm protective. You see my little boy? You see him? That's why I'm protective, and that's why I bring these issues up, because I have my little man. I got to be protective over, man. He's precious. He's a little genius, man. He's so smart. He's only 2 years old, and I have to be protective over him, right? I needed that water, man. That did some wonders, man. I have to be protective over him, right? And that's why these issues are so important in our family, because if you got little kids like that, man, they're your heart. They're your heart. And it will kill you if somebody violated them, man. That right there is no playing with that. There is no playing with that type of situation. I will die for that little boy. You understand me? I will die if somebody violated or even attempted to try something on my son, man. It's a wrap. It's over. Hey, I'm a man. You understand me? All the Christian stuff, all of that, you can talk what you want. How much faith and belief and all that stuff you got, all that go out the window. I'm strapping up and it's bang, bang time, all right? I'm a man first, before anything. So let's don't get it twisted. Don't try to bring up Christian values and all that stuff. When it comes to something like that, and I got to do what I got to do, I'm going to have to do what I got to do and pray later. Sorry. That's just Ace Corner talking real talk to you, all right? That's just what it is. Bang, bang, all right? It's over. I ain't playing no games with my sons, none of them, and my grandson, all right? If anybody attempt that right there, it's over. Because what happens is that's a mental sentence for them. Don't tell me when something like that happens to them that they're not screwed up. It messes with their psyche, and it messes with them to the point that they can't even function in a real life, man. They can't function in a real life. You know what I'm saying? They don't live out a normal life because of those type of things that happen to them. You can't tell me they don't. They try to excuse me. They try to live out a functionable life, but deep down inside, they know what that family member that comes around during cookout time. They fight trying to even be in the same room when there's a family reunion, or they try to fight when it's your neighbor or somebody that might be close to the camp. Okay? So they fight and deal with it, and they try to live a normal life knowing they might have to see the individual that violated or came against them. So they live with it on the inside, and it eats them alive every single day, in and out. And so we try to the best of our ability to police and to be the guardians and to be the upstanding parents that I know the people that are on this chat can be, right? So we try to the best of our ability to uphold our morals and standards to protecting our kids and protecting anybody that might be connected to us. Because even if it was somebody that's connected to me, I would feel the same way, man. If it was my homeboy's little kid, you feel me, his daughter or son, I would feel the same way if it was mine. I wouldn't just single out it being my child. And we're talking about secrets in the Black family. And one of the secrets I mentioned, for those who keep coming in and out and all this other good stuff, I'm talking about molestation. That's one of the secrets I'm just hitting on, right? And now I'm at the point where I'm talking about my particular son, my sons, okay? Got 4 boys and 1 daughter. And I just was explaining that even if it was a neighbor's kid that I know very well, I would be just as offended if it was my child, because I know the damage and I know the psychological damage that happens to an individual that goes through this, okay? I see it. I've counseled people. I've talked to people that have been violated and that have been victims of this particular and horrendous act. I have. I know. So I'm not talking from the top of my head, top of the dome, whatever you want to call it. I'm not just talking. I'm talking real life events where I have been speaking and counseling people that have been in this particular situation. Okay? So I just want to say, it's not just something I'm saying. This is something that I know to be facts. Shots fired. He says it got his heart beating just thinking about it. And I'm gonna tell you something. Every man, every woman should feel that same way. They should. They should. They should feel that same way, because the damage that occurs when you got predators out there like this, screwed up in the head, screwed up in the mind, that they can look at an innocent baby out there and they can say that they want to try to violate or touch them or do anything sexual to a little baby, right? I don't understand it. I don't understand what goes through their mind that they can look at a little child, and what could you do with a little baby like that, man? I don't understand it. You just and rehabilitating people like this. I don't even think there is rehabilitation for a person that has this thought pattern. I really don't. I don't see how they can. I mean, well, how can you? I don't know. Chat, y'all, if there is, if you think so, hey, put it in the chat. I'll read it out. If there was a solution, a way that somebody who molests people can be rehabilitated, I don't know. Y'all have to help me with that one. But I'm gonna tell you something. That pill, to try to swallow that pill, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. And if you did it to any one of my family members, my babies, Godspeed if you even make it alive. I'm telling you. Godspeed to you if you make it alive. And that's just being real. That's being real. I would die for that. I would die for mine. It's a wrap. Okay? So I want to bring up the next next secret that Black families hold. And in this one, I know for a fact every family deals with it. Okay? We want to get on the subject of obesity. Yeah, you're right, Relan. People do hate to hear the real stuff because this is right where we are. This is where we are. And the more we talk about it and the more exposure that it gets, maybe there might be a voice in the still moment that might be able to say, you know what? I was in that position. How do I get the help that I need? Or how can I be able to start the process of my healing? Okay? Maybe somebody behind the scenes put something in the chat for Ace to be able to speak to them and how to remedy if this happened to them, right? We got the chat. Maybe the chat gets going about how we can help people like this that are going through these type of situations. But getting on this, obesity, people eating excessively, overindulging in food eating, overindulging in food binges, right? And this is not a funny topic, so believe me, I'm not bashing people who are overweight. And even if people say, "Oh, fat people this, fat," that's not the way I'm coming at it. Okay, try to use the proper term. I'm saying overweight and obesity. These are the correct terms. So I'm gonna use those terms. Obesity, when somebody overeats and when somebody's indulging and eating food, okay, and they don't know how to stop the eating. A lot, and some of the times, this contributes to what happened to them in the past. Now, there's other issues, medical issues, that people have gained weight and have been overweight from. You know, you have thyroid problems, you have gastro problems. You know, there's chemical imbalances. So there's different reasons why people are overweight, and it's not all just because they've been molested and things like that. So I'm not saying that. I want to clarify for the record, molestation is not the only reason why people are obese. If they are obese, there's numerous reasons why. Okay, but we do want to associate and not leave any rock unturned, because this is one of the reasons why people are dealing with obesity. They're eating their pain away. See, people deal with pain in many different ways, right? Doesn't have to be drinking, using drugs. Doesn't have to be like that. Some people can be eaters. Some people can be depressed and say, you know what? I'm just eating myself to death because of what happened to me. And this is real. This is real. And if I was to take a poll, 5 out of 10 people have been molested in their families. This is facts. This is facts, man. This is real facts. 5 out of 10 families, there's somebody that have been molested, right? And they're dealing with the shame of being molested by somebody they revered and looked up to. Because the proper name for a molester and what they do is called grooming. What they do is they try to groom you. Okay, listen to this. Listen up, people, so you can notice the signs. Somebody that is the victor and that tries to do the victimizing is called, and one of the actions is called grooming. He tries to groom and he tries to get close to an individual in order to fulfill the sexual needs that he has. Okay? What he does is he'll do little trickery things. It might, if you're a little kid, it might start off with, you know, buying you candy or something to gain trust. Or it might be taking you out, you know, on trips or something. Well, let's go to the park, or let's go to let's go to the amusement park. Okay, let's go do this, or let's go do that. What happens is that person, he tries to gain your trust, right? That predator tries to groom a little child so he can gain the trust, so he can be able to start to put into play how he can manipulate, how he can be able to start to put his agenda into play. Okay, so that's what happens when a molester and a predator begins to put his plan into action. Now we have in the situation, he might be putting his plan together to strategize how he could take advantage and full control of a child. The ultimate goal is control. Take control of the situation, take control of the child, so he can put his practices into place, his molestation practices into place, okay? And they start to groom. What's up, Alan? Peace to you. And they start to groom. And they start to put into place a plan of action so they can get close to your babies, close to your cousins or family members or whatever. And peace to those who are coming in. It's kind of hard to backtrack on what was being said, but we're talking about secrets in the Black family, and we're talking about broken trust. Okay, that's what we're getting into. All right, the Juana Allen. We're talking about broken trust. We're talking about secrets that people take to their grave. We're in a gumbo pot right now. It's a mixture of things. And we broke down the different secrets: molestation, addictions. Now we on obesity. And then I just went from obesity to just hinting on this hits close to the home, family. It does, but it got to be talked about, because I'm bringing awareness to this so we can be alert, man. That's what I'm doing. We need to be alert. We need to be aware of what's taking place, aware of our surroundings for our kids. We need to be the protectors for our kids. We need to be. We got to be alert. We can't be so trusting with any and everybody. You need to take a second guess about who's handling your kids. You need to take a second guess who's around and who's handling your babies. Because there's people lurking and ready at any given moment to be the predator. They got that crookedness in them, that crooked, perverted spirit in them, and they're ready to take advantage of some innocent child, some innocent being, so they can take full advantage of them. And what happens is it screws them up. It screws these little babies up. They're going to grade school, kindergarten, second and third and fourth grade, dealing with somebody molesting them on a day-to-day basis, somebody touching them on a day-to-day basis. And they're dealing with this. You know how much pressure that is for a little child to carry? You know what kind of load that is for a child that should be playing, should be trying to live out the youth and the innocence that they are? Do you know how much pressure that is for a child to wake up on a day-to-day basis knowing that they're being molested? And what happens is, to a person, a child or a young girl or young boy, they begin to normalize the behavior. And they begin to rationalize that this is the proper behavior that should take place at that type of age, or at that age that they're in. And I know I'm telling the truth, man. That's the truth with that one. So they begin to process it as being normal. They say, you know what? That's my uncle so-and-so, so what he doing must be the right thing. And only until they get to a certain age, they start to dissect and realize that that behavior was not the proper behavior to take place in their life. Some people have committed suicide over this horrendous act. Yes. Some people have taken their lives because somebody violated them and they didn't know how to deal with it. This is why Ace is bringing this type of stuff to the platform. I'm trying to prevent some family members. I'm trying to prevent somebody from taking their life. I'm trying to help somebody in the mind on how to deal with this type of situation. That's what I'm doing. This is very, very difficult to try to convey over, because I know it brings out the emotion that we all have from both sides of the fence. From those who have children and are protectors, and for those who are victims and have been victimized. So we're looking at this from all sides. And this right here, this type of act, this type of stuff that goes on, some people take it to their grave for it not to be brought out. Some people are ashamed because they think that they did something for this behavior to happen. But the Bible speaks about being aware. While men slept, the enemy came in through the back door. I'm trying to wake up people now in our families. Look at all sides. Just don't think that somebody's going to come through the back door. Keep your eyes open for the right. Keep your eyes open for the left. Keep your eyes open for the front. Keep your eyes above. Keep your eyes below. You just got to be aware of every single thing. Don't think that anybody's exempt, because it could be that very family member that everybody loves that could have that type of spirit and could exhibit that type of behavior. Because one thing I know, for speaking to people on numerous occasions, this type of individual that have this spirit, he's very, very cunning. He's very manipulative, and he's very, very secretive. Okay? What he does is he tries to do it on the low. He tries to do it where nobody's around. He's so cunning. He's so cunning. He tries to be so sneaky. The behavior is really sneaky. He'll wait till somebody else is in the next room and then try to run up in there and then try to do something real quick. Depending on the trust level you got in that person, if it's a family member or a neighbor or whatever the case is, he'll try, or she will try, if you're being babysitted by them, just to move the agenda in, whether it's a babysitter or whether you're at a facility and somebody's babysitting you there, or you're at, some type of facility. It happens. It does. It does. This ain't something that's an old thing. This is happening every day, right now, in our families, and it's taking place. It's happening. It's happening, people. And we have to wake up, because in order for us to function properly as a Black family, in order to function properly as women and men, in order for us to be effective and be good stewards over what we have, these issues have to be talked about, people. These issues got to be brought forward, because if it doesn't, people will take this to their grave, and what happens is the cycle will continue week after week, month after month, year after year, millennium after millennium. It will continue to take place. So we on the chat, we meaning Ace, have to be the ones to shed light on this type of stuff. Because when people take secrets to their grave, they're gone. Whatever dirt they did, whatever crazy stuff they did in this life is gone and buried with them. So what happens to the people that needs justice out there, that are in the land of the living, wanting to deal with this issue in their hearts, on their minds, in their conscience, that they've been violated by a molester? What happens to them? How do they suffered under the hands of that oppressor that had the molestation spirit on them, from the oppressor and that person that violated somebody? Because the remedy is not drinking yourself to death. The remedy is not using crack and all of the other stuff. That's not the remedy, people. That's not the remedy. That's not going to help this situation. Exposure is going to help this situation. Now, I'm not telling you to confront the person in front of the whole entire family at family reunion time and blow everything up and get to fighting and killing and stuff. I'm not saying that. You have to meticulously learn and figure out your strategy on how you can go about your healing process and being able to deal with this without causing anybody to go upside down with what you feel in your heart and what you know, okay? Because what happens is people are going to take sides. That's what's going to happen. Some people will not believe you, no matter what. If it was the grandfather, it was the father, it was the mother, they're going to take sides. You ain't going to have anybody, you ain't going to have everybody rallying behind you because you was a victim. Do know that. Listen, people out there in La La Land and Tiny Toon Land and Looney Toon Land, they're not going to believe you 100%. You're going to be struggling and you're going to fight against the opposition because they're going to have a favorite particular person in their life or know them and no, he didn't do that. I ain't believing that. You're lying. So it feels like you're faced with this battle all alone. And that's why the majority of these type of people that have been victims of this crime, because it's a crime, they do not say anything about it because they go through the rationale of whether people will believe them or not. Shots Fired said some people never recuperate. I'm not laughing at this situation, but I'm laughing at the emojis and stuff that people do, okay? I'm not laughing at the situation, all right, people? So some people develop anger. This is what Shot Fired says. This is one of our devout listeners. He says some people develop anger and take it out on society. And I'm glad you brought that point up. See, I love my chat, man. Love you. Love my chat because y'all help me with the thought process. Even with my being sick, I'm not on my cue right now. You feel me? So I'm not thinking like I'm not thinking sharp to bring out certain things. So that's why I love the chat. They help me stay up on my toes. Okay. So some people develop that anger spirit in them, and they're running around and they're leaning on everybody and they're banging on everybody because of what happened to them when they was in their innocence and when they was not able to be the voice or to stand up. Now check this out. I'm Ace, and I'm gonna always be real with all of you. You better listen to Ace when I'm telling you, because I'm probably, and I don't need to speak on myself, but I am one of the realest out there, and I'm gonna be truthful. I cannot lie. I cannot lie about the situations that I talk about because they're too serious to me and dear to me. But I will say this. Although I have not been a victim of being penetrated in molestation, okay, listen up. I want y'all to hear me. The 6 people that are watching in this chat, listen to me very carefully, because I'm speaking from 2 sides. I'm speaking from anger, and I'm speaking from a victim point of view, okay? Listen to what I'm telling you, because I'm about to spit some real truth to you. Trust me, I'm about to go there, and I'm putting myself out on a limb. When I was 17 years old, there was a pastor that I knew. Now, I don't want to make this disclosure. I don't want you bashing pastors, and I don't want you bashing people because of what I'm about to tell you, because there's good and bad in everything, right? But in my particular situation, there was a pastor that I knew. And at the time, I was 17 years old. And I was in the drug life, selling dope and doing all this stuff, you know, going to jail and trying to escape that type of lifestyle. So I went to church a couple of times, really wasn't into it too deep, you know, because I was just in a different lifestyle, selling drugs and all that, right? So there was a pastor that he was from another state, and he was coming to this particular church, and he was preaching. So I befriended the pastor. So, you know, we was cool. And he invited me to his house, which he had other people. He had 2 other people that lived there. So me not knowing anything about this stuff, it's kind of like I was, you know, okay, this is just somebody who wants to get me away from where I'm at and bring me to the hills or whatever you want to call it, right? So I take a bus, go to the house, right? So that was the first time. Went to the house. No signs of anything. Everything was cool. Now, he's a well-known pastor, head of a large church. This is facts, people. This is real talk. And I feel like crying, man, but I'm right now, I'm just giving you some facts, some real truth in my life. This is what I do. I'm helping somebody right now. Helping you, brother. I'm helping you, sister. Right? So I went to his house. The first time, cool. The second time, everything was great. The brother would help me out, would buy me sneakers when I was trying to escape the drug life and you know, just getting out of jail. He would say, come on, man, I got you. Come on over. And you stay a couple of days and get away from that madness. And prior to that, one of my best friends got killed and died in my arms. Facts, real truth. So I had so much going on in my life, I needed to escape where I was. So I had this pastor, young guy. He was, well, at that time I was 17, and he was in his 30s. So I remember this one particular time, which was the last time, I was in the bed asleep, and I seen him. He startled me because he woke me up trying to fondle me. Now, I'm 17 years old now. I'm not no little innocent baby. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not no innocent little kid at this point. I'm old. I'm 17 years old. So I woke up to the individual fondling me, or trying to. At that point, he was trying to. It woke me up. So I jumps up, and we get the, I'm choice words. I'm using words at this point. Pastor and all that went out the door. I don't care who you are. That went out the door very quickly. So, I'm talking my talk. I put that gangster thing on. I put all that on. And I'm talking my talk at this point. And before I know it, he got to rationalizing why he was doing what he was doing. And this is the weirdest thing, people. Listen to me. Listen up closely. This is the weirdest thing I ever experienced in my life. His actions, his demeanor, his everything is like he turned to a little kid. It was like it was a switch went off and he went back to as if he was a kid. He was, when I was at him, he started to rationalize as if he was in a kid's body, like if he was a kid in a grown man's body. The way he was responding, the way he was speaking to me, and he was like, I don't do this. This is not me. And his voice even changed a little bit, as if he was a little kid. And I didn't know how to take that. But anger was in my heart, and I was telling him, I'm gonna kill you. Blah 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 blah. You know, don't you ever come in my, you know, I was taking it there because how do you deal with that? Like, I'm a dude that I don't play games. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming out of the street from toting guns and stuff. And this is real life talk. I'm telling you. I was used to be a banger. I used to have those things. So I'm coming from that in this particular situation. Okay. So I wanna veer back to where I'm at. I'm gonna veer off of this. I'm trying to show this to you. I'm trying to give you a little bit, but I'll keep digging back and forth into the history of it because it is emotional for me. All right. So that's why I'm giving you what I'm giving you. And that's why I'm giving you. That's why I'm giving you this. That's why I'm giving you this. That's why I know the sign. Because after the fact, I replayed back in my mind the little things he was doing, and I didn't understand what it was. That's why I'm speaking the way I am and giving you some facts. Because I noticed after the fact the kind of things that he was doing. You understand? The grooming part. That's why I was able to say this. Because he didn't touch me and do none of this stuff. It just happened all at once after a period of time. And I didn't understand. You know? So it had to be something that my mind had to go back to of when we first encountered each other, things that I didn't see. I just took it as somebody being nice and wanting to help a ghetto kid get out of the ghetto for a moment, get himself together, whatever the case was. The guy, he was a big-time pastor, had money, all kind of stuff, man. You know? So I took that as him wanting to help me get out of the situation I was, get out the ghetto and get some help into being a better person and not, you know? And I'm going to tell you something. That situation right there, it affected me so great. After that point, I think somebody in that chat put in there that I took it out on society. I took it out like nobody's business. You understand me? I was so aggressive. I was so, you understand what I'm saying? I was out there wilding after that because I felt like, and this is what happened. I felt like, God, where was you at? I felt like, why would God allow somebody that had a position like that to do something like that to me? Or attempt it, at least. You understand? We're in a high position like that with people following him. I start to blame God. That's real facts, people. And I went through a whole turmoil of different things. Mentally, emotionally. I didn't trust nobody, man. Nobody. You understand me? So that's why I'm protective over my boys. That's why I'm protective over little kids. That's why. This is real talk. This is Ace. I'm coming from the heart. Okay? And I'm going to tell you how I got the help. When I finally did venture back into the church, putting my guard down slightly, I got the proper counseling from a man of God, a bishop, that helped me through this, okay? That helped me through that process of the healing. And I'm telling you something, if it wasn't for that, I would have been a loose onion out there. Somebody would be dead right now, and I would be locked up. That's real facts. Okay, I got to be honest with you. Real facts. Whether you believe in God, whether you will or whatever, I don't care about none of that. I'm talking about my situation, how I got help, the proper channels that I had to take. It had to be dealt with meticulously, because if not, if the wrong person would have came at the wrong time, it would have been the end of them. That's how emotionally messed up I was. So that's why I'm bringing up these certain points. That's why I'm telling you these things in advance, because it's firsthand experience. Okay, people? Secrets that the family holds. Now, me, what if I would have went to the church and tried to tell somebody this? They would not have believed me. They would have not have believed their precious pastor did this. So what did I do? Held it on the inside. And until this day, none of them know. But not only that, look at the victims. And I know I probably ain't the only one that he tried this with. But look at the other people that he probably did this to. And look at the damage he probably did to their lives. That's why this is necessary. That's why Ace is bringing it out. Because there's somebody out there right now, life upside down because of the act of one individual. I'm gonna cut this short, okay? Ace ain't feeling well today. I apologize, people. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. I've been in the heat, riding on my motorcycle and all this different stuff. So I'm just not feeling all that good, okay? So forgive me. I hope y'all give me a pass for the day, all right? I need a pass for the day. I ain't feeling good, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down. Yeah, I appreciate that, Roland. I'm feeling good. Feeling I'm in a good headspace today. And the Warner Island, I'm better. All right. And all of the people in the chat, Suicide 29, I'm gonna hit you up later. All right. I gotta go to work tonight, so I need to prepare myself. But I want y'all listeners I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm bringing on this platform. Please, people, please. Dewana Allen said, my ex blamed his mother. He hated black women. Okay. I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm saying, because I bring facts, man, and I bring truth and real life stuff. You say, well, how did he comes up with this stuff? This is stuff that really happens. Most of the things I'm bringing is experiences, things that I know takes place, and this is facts, real stuff. So I want y'all to be attentive. I want y'all to listen to what is being said, man, because this could save one of your family members. It could save your babies. It could save somebody, man, from going down the path that I went through. It could save somebody from potentially hurting somebody else because of this, okay? I thank all the listeners, all the viewers, all those who are subscribed, all those who took the time out to be a part of Ace Corner Talk. Y'all family now, man. All y'all in the chat right now, y'all family. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all adopted in to Ace's Corner Talk. All right? Y'all family. Y'all family. And I appreciate y'all. So, matter of fact, if y'all give me 1 second, I'm going to try to do the moderator thing. Okay. Okay, bam. Let me see something. All right. I'm going to have to go back and do it. I'm messing up. Okay? I'm definitely going to have to go back and put moderators on the game, all right? So, with this being said, I'm going to close out, okay? But with this being said, so with this being said, y'all got to pay attention to everything when it comes to your babies, when it comes to people you know, when it comes to groups of people. family members, whatever the case is, man. Please have your eyes open. If you see some signs, if you see something, you know, you got to deal with it. You got to. Don't be scared to deal with it. Don't be scared to hold it in. You have to deal with it. You have to. You have to. Tomorrow, I'm coming with another part to this, okay? It's going to be a part 2. Okay? It's going to be a part 2. So I want to thank all those who are listening in. I want to thank United Kingdom. I want to thank New Zealand. I want to thank those who are out there, out of the States, who are watching in. Peace to y'all. Thank you for looking in on Ace Corner Talk. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. If you disagree with me, disagree. But do it respectfully. And if you if you want to combat, if you want to go against what I'm saying, the chat is always open for it, okay? I want you to do it with some respect. Put some respect on my name. It's Ace. And I appreciate all of you tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. If I ain't feeling well, I'm not going to be on. So just stay tuned and look out for me, all right? And with that being said, peace to all the chat. Peace to my peoples. Peace. Let me go through, shout y'all out. I want to say peace to the Warner Island. I want to say peace to Suicide 29. Peace to Muhammad. Peace to Shots Fired. Peace to Rella Ann. Okay, I want to say peace to all of y'all. Thank y'all for keeping the chat lit up. Y'all did a good job today. Peace to y'all. Oh. I want to say this. I got the Ace Corner Talk shirts coming. So I'm going to be rocking my Ace Corner Talk shirts. And we got the Suicide 29 shirts. All right. So I'm working on it this week. I'll have them hopefully by this week. I'll have them. They fly. They're going to be fly to death. All right. So you'll see me rocking my Ace 29. You'll see me rocking Suicide 29 shirts. And we're going to strategize how we're going to both coincide with each other. And you're going to see me rocking my Ace Corner Talk joints, all right? Different colors and all kind of stuff, all right? So just stay tuned for that. And I appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate y'all be in good health. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all get back to the chat as soon as possible, all right? Sue. Somebody said, don't wait till 2 a.m. to go live. Yeah, no doubt. Shots fired. Peace. Yeah. I think I got what I need, Suicide. I think I got the logos and stuff like that. I think he told me yesterday, I think that's all I need. So I'm pretty good, I think. We'll touch bases tonight to get some more clarification. I need to know the colors. Yeah, that's right. You told me the colors. So we good. So we're gonna move forward from here. I got the marching orders, and I'm going to be able to put this all into play and get it going. All right. So I appreciate everybody. Love, peace, and hope everybody's in good health. Get back at the same appointed time. All right. Peace.